Oh, hey guys, how's it going? What you up to? I'm late. I know I was stalling. I was telling myself I was nervous. And then they all finally said, shut up and hit play. So I did. I had a helper tonight. I had two. One that stage, one is on stage hiding. And that was the Curlin. Curlin from Crashley. I have assigned him to read my note as my comment as I'm done painting because Liliana needs no further explanation needed. So I will be working on my romance art painting. It's the I hate life. But it's not a very good picture. Gemstone Garden, and it's an aqua, and I love it. And I am making all the outline that's in black. I am actually using a sparkler that's called Twisted Mocha Onyx. And I only have one bag because she was sold out, and I'm so afraid I'm gonna run out. But I had a very good friend that's not here right now because he's out at the tree, and he went without me that said, I got your feathers. You need some? Let me know. And then the center is the jewel, and I'm gonna just put lots and lots and lots of crystals in there because it's a jewel and it's supposed to sparkle. So I thought I'd try something different tonight. And if it goes well, I'm gonna make it a monthly thing, and it's gonna be on the third Thursday of every month. As I told you guys, I'm kind of making changes to my channel. I'm not very happy with where it's gone. And things are changing with me, and I had to make a change. So let's hope this goes well. Now, what I said is we're going to done things, and you can ask me anything, any questions. Now, come on, guys, let's get real. Don't get too crazy now. And you can ask me anything else on an open book, but within reason. And Carlin will make a decision whether or not it's appropriate. Because we all know how we all are, and we can get kind of crazy. So, without further ado, let's get started. You can either choose to type in your comment, or you can call in your comment. I have posted links to the mod. One of the links is my Facebook personal Facebook page so that you can message me to call me if you want to do it, or you can type and do it in the comment. I don't care. So, without further ado, let me say hi to the people that come in, and then we will get this party started. I hope. All right. Lee takes out the trash and the cycles and puts out a variety of finger foods and snacks, soft drinks, and various waters on the table. He took some Oreo cookies and milk with white, dark, and milk chocolate fountains, pretzels, marshmallows, and fruit. Welcome to downtown in the Chinese yourself. Come on in, grab a snack, and hit the right button on the bottom of your seat. I cannot read tonight, apparently. And somebody tell me why I had the AirPods in. I'm not even using them. Yeah, I don't know. That's just crazy.
Because they make you look cool, right?
They make me look cool. Well, maybe I'll put them back in. I need all the help I can get here. Let's see. Marty Jackson is here. And she said, hello, everyone. Thank you, Marty, for being here. And we got Nut, how are you today? How did your life go? I saw it at the very tail end. So I'm always missing your life, Nut. You're gonna have to let me know when you're going live. It's always at an odd time that it's not been it's in a day. It has been a day. Let's see. Lee is here. Mr. Lee, thank you for the snack. And I almost forgot to read my name in there because I did notice that I changed my name. I kind of took my name out there. It didn't need to be there. Let's see. Rita, how are you, Rita? Rita is such a cheerleader, let me tell you. She had been on Listen To, and she just been so excited to talk to me all the time, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. We don't get to talk on the phone a lot, but we'll leave like 10-minute messages. You know me. I can talk and talk. Unless I'm on a live, and then I'll forget how. Let's see. We got Carol. Hi, Carol. Thank you for coming. We got Matt. You there to behave. You and Christopher, you get together and then leave you, and then I'm like in trouble. Thank you, Nat, for being here. Nat's an in-law, so I'm gonna give him all kinds of trouble. Just cause that's what I do this. Hi, Eve. How are you? And we got, let me go on down. Linda's here. Hi, Linda. Thank you for coming. Oh, and Eve, thank you for coming. I didn't thank you, did I? And we got Kathy. Hi, Miss Kathy. How are you? Thank you for being here always. And Momo. Thank you, Momo. And let's see. How are you, Momo? Let's see. I'm down to this there, Craig, I think. Let's see. And we got Nancy. Nancy Tinsel with diamonds in the chill. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate that. And we got Richard. How are you? I've had you on my mind. Now, I didn't want to call you, but I was waiting for you to call me. I hear you're not been feeling too well. So I'm here anytime you feel like talking. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. We got Miss Crashley. How are you, Miss Crash? How are you doing? And we got Carolyn with Berta. God, I hear she got a telltale died, so we're not hearing from her tonight. Who knows? Are you ready for the Bertha? Yeah. I got Lil here. Lil, he's not here, but he's here. So he not talk to the Bertha. I don't know. We'll have to see. All right. And Richard said you had your colon cancer treatment today in Singleton. And it's so painful. And but you know what? You're entitled. You do what you need to do. You absolutely, you're entitled. If I had one, I'd be right with you. Okay, don't call me when you have time. Seriously, we need to talk. All right, now to run away because Curlin's in control. I don't need that. All right. So let's see. Are you guys ready to get this party started? I am gonna ask you one question. What are you guys working on? I know. I gotta know. Before we did it, started Don't Forget tomorrow night is the giveaway to the first year of the horse. That is at Pat Church Your Head is on right. 7 p.m. Eastern is the year of the horse. There'll be a link throughout the night for you to join. And there was 39 people that qualified for prizes. So I hope to see you there tomorrow night. I am trying to get my little note on my changes, and that way it is a Crashley product. It's a metal. I don't know what to call the needle and the elder cousin minded, and these are crafted cousin minded that way. And so tomorrow night, 7 p.m., you're the horse, don't forget. And your running art, it's a monthly station. The your first progress post is due by midnight on Saturday night, so don't forget that. And on all hours, I'm done. Okay. Now, let's see. Curlin, you can take it away. Let me know what people are working on, and I'm done.
Not a problem. Marty Jackson's working on Cottage by the Sea. It's a Chuck Penson she got from DAC.
That is very pretty. I like that painting. I like Chuck. So, DAC, are you working on that for any event, or are you just working on it because you like I love Chuck Penson. I've done one Chuck Penson. Man, it's getting hot in here. That I got the heater on. So
RMC2 is headed out. He's going to go eat, and once Richard gives you big hugs.
Well, thank you, Richard. You take it easy, and just whenever you can talk, you call me. I'm here. I want to talk. Thank you for coming. I love you. Okay.
Happy Little Drills, Carol, is working on Magical Red Rose, a Peggy Collins.
That's pretty. Now remind me. The one on Amazon, are you doing that one, or is there like a larger one and that's a cropped image? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't have the teddy, believe it or not. I did not. I need one. I'm looking because of the Teddy Collins event, which is in I don't know when it's your dad don't let you know. I know it May, April. I don't know. I had no idea. No, not here. Don't start. Stop. Stop. Shut up. No. Stop. Stop. Thank you. Damon. Okay.
Tampered with Diamonds is working on Happy Sushi Girl from Painted Mauve. Marty Jackson responded to your question. It's not for an event. Just after doing so many kits for Christmas presents, they wanted to start Cottage by the Sea.
Oh, well, that's a good reason. It's time to do something for yourself.
Linda Kendall is working on Horse Valley Farm and Eden Cove.
That's pretty. I love that one. I do like that.
Eve is still working on her temperature chart. Had to create a below zero range for last Friday.
Ooh, last Friday was cold, man. I can only imagine how cold it was up there. Your temperature chart looking beautiful, by the way. I really am loving it. I would like to do one, but I don't know if I have I don't know if I can do one for a whole year. I don't think I could keep up with it. But I'm not kidding, you never know.
Mutt Nuts, being the overachiever that she is working on Golden Valley by Chuck Penson, The Woody Witch, and Alice in Wonderland.
Nut, how in God's name do you do it? I really don't know how she does it. I really don't. You
And
know,
the
Matt's
sizes,
another one that does a lot. Don't know how he does it either.
two of them are huge. You got the Chuck Penson's a 93 by 70, and the Alice in Wonderland is a 106 by 70.
106 by 70? What'd she say she was working on to that?
The Chuck Penson is 93 by 70. The
Mm-hmm.
Woodsy Witch is 40 by 50, and then Alice in Wonderland is 106 by 70.
I don't know what the Liddy or Woodsy Lit, whatever. I don't know what that is. I, I would like to see a picture of that sometime or another.
You caused Eve's echo to start talking.
I did. Oh man, Carlin, you said the word.
Here I am. Though I should know once I get going. Stopping me.
Echo, stop.
Stop. Stop.
Matt.
Thank you. Okay.
Matt's getting up Eden Cove at Rubik for the Romance Art event.
That is so pretty. That is pretty. Now, how deep is that, Matt? I had no idea. And where is it from? You totally told me 10 times now that, you know, one word won't hurt. By the way, this thing over here said once you get me started, I might not shut up. Kind of sounds like me, right? Just saying.
Muttnut says that the Woodsy Witch is one of Kristen Balk's witches.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I gotta Nut. You need to send me a picture because I don't know who that is. Not now, just whenever. But so let's see.
And then Kat, Sparkle Dust and Diamonds, is working on Chimera Black Rose by Lori Prendle for her Year of Course event that she's working with Kelly Rains on.
That is so pretty. That is so pretty. I gotta keep mine up. I'm gonna do Unbridled Spirit. And I plan on hitting that up hopefully tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see.
Muttnut says she has no life, so all she does is sit around, diamond paint, eat, and sleep. Many people would call that a dream, wouldn't it? Wouldn't they?
Amen. But that's what I do, Nut. You know, that's the last that you ask me. Who wants to work? Oh, yeah. I said I did, didn't I? I don't know why I said that.
Uh-oh, Tammy. Someone decided to show up to your chat.
Oh, God. Who?
A Roberta Queen St. Cloud.
Oh, my God.
She says she's working on getting the man on the bench to notice her.
How's that going? How's that going? Let me know. Let me know. I might need some tips. Not that I'm working on a man to notice me now. I'm just saying one of these days I might need some tips. She seems relentless and unrelentless and, you know, good work. How it will? That's what I need to know.
Matt said their canvas is a 60 by 81 from Captured by Radiance.
Okay. Well, you know, you kind of confused me on that the other night, so I didn't know where it was from for a long time. Let's see. I don't have the Captured the Radiance, and I don't think that I ever will now because I stopped selling rounds, which someone explained to me why they stopped doing that. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Was there ever a reason that I don't know?
Roberta said she followed your advice and now she's with child. What did you do, Tammy?
I just told her to go after the man that's wanted. You gotta be relentless. You know,
Is this what calling in does? It creates families.
I didn't tell her to get funky and wild. I just told her to say hi to the man. Gee, I mean,
You causing families to get built out there, Tammy.
I am. I mean, come on, we all need a little Berta running around, right? The thing is Will gonna show up to tell his story, tell his side of the story. Because I think there's a story there.
I don't know. Maybe he took Eve's advice when Eve said, "Run, Scotsman, run."
No, I think he likes Berta. I think, actually, I think he's more afraid of her than anything. But I think there's something.
Roberta says your advice worked so well, she decided to use it on multiple men. And well, now there's wagers out there as to who the father is. Tammy you owe her free babysitting for life now.
We'll see how the child turned out first. If it's a crier, then I can't comfort a crying child. That they get mad at me. But this is what I think. I think you know who the father is. Cause I just have a hunch. You do. Did you say something? Yeah. Well, Roberta, I'm glad you got your minion, and lady too. That's the way to go.
People are on board with you owing stuff. Michelle Morris Campbell says you owe paternity test fees.
Alright, why this suddenly my fault? I just told her to say hi. I did not say get wild and funky and crazy.
I'm just reading the comments, Tammy. That's all I'm doing. Okay. I'm just doing my job of reading the comments.
I'm just defending myself. Defending my honor. I don't have anybody that does that. Let's see. I think the Berta is gonna have, I don't know, she's trouble. I think that Will's in trouble, man, that's for sure.
Well, she's worried about her body now after she has this mystery child.
Why are you worried about your body?
She's worried it'll never look the same.
It won't. It will not. I'm sorry. Once you have that thing, once it comes out of you, you're never the same. You'll be sexy again, that you won't be the same. That just saying. Because I've had 3,000 kids, like I would know. So, what I want to know is, what is everybody doing? I'm doing this backwards on it. Just stop the asking me things all day, and I'm doing it backwards. You guys can ask me anything you want.
Well, Matt wants to know if you're going to pay the flight to get Roberta and William together, whether it be to France, Scotland, or here.
No, Matt, you're missing the whole point, dude. I said say hi. That is all I do. I set you up. It's up to you to make it grow. You see? So no, I'm not financing this romance. Sorry. I don't need to do that. Because Will is gonna run and live wherever she lives. Where does she like to live from?
Might be a fight in comments. Kat called Roberta a hussy, and Roberta's demanding that she take that back and not insult a queen.
Well, Kat is a nurse, so she thought he had ways of shutting you up without putting it dolly onto you. I'd be afraid of the Berta cat. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. She's crazy.
On
I
a,
dealt with her.
on a different note, Linda Kendall is asking you, of all the paintings you've done, Tammy, what is your favorite?
Okay. Moon Goddess. The Clear Studio, I think. Um, that took me 4 months, 333 hours. And I using hypnotaps and the sparklers, and I took so much work into it when I toasted it. People were asking me about it like constantly, and I told them all I did was use Tina and Cheryl's suggestion. I mean, you did that, and it's golden, right? Well, I did make it use my own, because some of those were not me. And so I ended up getting asked so many questions. I did a video on it, and it's out there. And I explained everything I did. I got the enhancement taps, I got the drills out, and I even showed where everything went. And that is a big, large painting. It's like a 60 something by 90 something, and I feel very accomplished. Yep, that's it, right there. I felt very accomplished when I did that. And I posted the finish on Instagram, so it is out there. But that is my very favorite that I've ever done. It's so pretty. So I love moons and stars, and I also did Paint the Moon by Christine Cassil, and that's a small one. It's on Amazon, and that was my favorite the far until I did Moon Goddess. So that is
Yeah,
what.
Linda said she says it's cool because she's actually doing Moon Goddess for the God and Goddesses event.
Oh, really? So are you like? I'm assuming you liked it. You're loving it. It's a flare, and it was so hard on me. Not to mention, I used the um, glitter drills and crystals from the enhancement pack, and they were too small, too large. They didn't quite fit, and so it took me a long time to get them to. It was so tight, DAG grid was tight even back then, and now it's even tighter. So yeah, it was another favorite.
Eve said she's seen your Moon Goddess in person and it is stunning.
Thank you. She did. She she talked about it to Adler. When I cause Kathy, I think, was talking about it too. It's huge. So my mom, she did. She helped a little bit. She had to put the diamond down, but takes a really long time, Dad. That is worth it. If you like moons and stars, it's worth it. It's so pretty. I included it in my video of all the paintings I've done in 4 years, and I included it as part of that. So I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of it.
Risa has a few questions for you.
Okay.
What's your favorite color? favorite food, favorite
Okay.
song, and favorite flower.
Black. Is that a color? That's my favorite.
It
Favorite
counts.
food is pizza. Pizza, Italian food. I love Italian. Favorite what? What's
Favorite
after
song and favorite flower.
favorite song is Faithfully by Journey. First time I heard it, I was 8 years old. 8 years old. And I loved Faithfully. Didn't know what it meant, but I loved it. And I never shied away from that. And my favorite flower would be a tulip or a sunflower, but mostly a tulip. I love tulips. If that's a white one, they're my favorite. I love, and I'm not a big floral gal unless it comes to tulips and sunflowers. And I did a rose, but that's the two. That's the two I love.
Teresa is asking, what are you working on any events now or looking forward to any coming up?
I am. And before I answer that, I do want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I have gotten quite a lot, especially since the Lizette interview. I've gotten about 60 from that. And I have about 300 in our Facebook group. But I want to say especially thank you to the new subscribers. I am working on I'm getting ready to start Unbridled Spirit for the Year of the Horse event, and I'm very looking forward to that. As of now, I have about 3 or 4 attendances that I can do throughout the year. Plus, I'm also on the committee, and I'm very proud to help. It's been a lot of fun, and we are just getting started. I am working on romance art. And then I cannot wait for the Star Wars and the Date team event. And then, of course, the Knob. And I will also be participating in Shared Affair and In the Memory of. And Little Nick Cat and I had something in the works that we will be telling you about in the next couple of weeks. And it's something we're working on, another event, but we gotta wait to announce it then. But yeah, that's what I'm working on this year. And I said I wasn't gonna work on any, but you know.
It happens. You got a couple people that are saying hi to you real quick. You got Tracy Cruz has joined and says hello, and Color and Chat with Joanna is here, says hello.
Oh, well, hi, Tracy and Joanna. How are you doing? Thank you
Well,
for coming.
Joanna specifically says, "Hey, sweetheart, hamster, my hamster girl."
Oh, I love you, Joanna. She's something else. I tell you, I love to listen to you talk and talk and talk. But I followed you since I started. Yeah, I started you one of the first channels I filmed. So thank you for being here. It's an honor. It is.
We got another question in the chat. Crash with Crashley says, since I know I'm obviously in like the top 30, who above me, who is your favorite YouTube creator friend?
My favorite YouTuber. That's hard. You know, a friend was asking me this the other night because I kind of put them on the spot, and then they put me on the spot by asking. I can name some of my favorite, you know, the obvious ones. I love them all. And I know that not be a cheesy answer, a generic, and like something not say to stay out of trouble, but I really, really, really love them all. And most of their creators have become very, very good friends of mine. And I just, I want to support them all, and I try to do as many as I possibly can. But I do. And Crashley, I wouldn't say you're in the, you know, down 30 on the list. I mean, I don't remember them in my head.
I'm the one who said she was that far down the list.
You said you that. Well, I'm
She,
sorry,
she
Bill.
didn't put that in her question. She was throwing a bait question out there, and I was having some fun with it.
Oh, well, Crashley, I love them all. I really do. I don't think I could hit the favorite. I can't.
Happy Little Drills Carol is asking, "What's your favorite mythical creature?"
Ooh. A unicorn or a Pegasus? They're just majestic and magical, and I would love to have one because when I had those days that I just need to be far, far away, wouldn't it be awesome to hop on a Pegasus or a unicorn and just fly and soar through the air? That's my favorite. And I'm I'm a rebel and I like adventure, so I could just easily see myself hop on a dragon too. So you know, I like things that fly. Hi
Oh,
Cindy, I did see you come in.
I was just about to tell you, Cindy was saying hi.
Well, thank you.
Crashley, for some reason, thinks she is totally your favorite mythical creature. I could say she is a mythical creature. I could tell you that. I mean, I've watched Shrek. I know ogres are mythical creatures. Um, Cyclopses. Uh, there's some out there. She's on par with.
Crashly, I would love to hop on your back and just fly. And just fly away. So you know what? You're not doing out there, they're mystical creatures. So I had to test you out in June, that's for sure. See where we land.
Joanna is saying she's still up to her button cardboard after her blizzard move.
Oh, yeah. I feel yes. I mean, we didn't have what you guys had, but we're, we're still didn't snow. Snow on top of snow. The snow again. I'd like to have the crashing right now and fly away to anywhere.
Joanna's asking Crashley to come help her. So,
Oh,
um,
well,
Eve might be onto something. Crashley's a siren. Aren't sirens like the ones that stand on the rocks and sing to get sailors and stuff to go to their deaths?
that is true. That is true. Crashly, are you doing that? Are you doing that? Don't do that. Come on, we need the sailors. The fun to be around.
Crashley agrees with her though. That's why she says Eve is her only true friend. I don't know why. You were saying she was like a majestical Pegasus after you were saying that was your favorite mythical creature, but she's saying Eve is her only true friend now.
Crashly, listen, girl. No, you got two friends. You got many friends, and you know what? I know where this is coming from. She's still mad at me for not telling her the secret. That's why she retaliated. Don't retaliate. But
Uh,
Eve is awesome, so I don't expect the kinds of age. Just saying.
Joanna says that you are her dragon master.
I'm your dragon master. I can see that. I can see that. I do. So I would love to tame a dragon. I would. That dragon would be at my death and cost. So yeah, I might need to watch out there.
Teresa wants to know, do you have any animals?
I do. I have a dog. He is a Shih Tzu. His name is Riley, and I got him in 2013, and he will be 14 on Valentine's Day. Is that right? Is that nice, right? 2013, I think. I had a cat, and he passed. Um, so Riley is not only cat, and he is, well, other than now, he's usually right on my side. I don't know where he is, but he just sits there and he's black and white. And he is my everything. He is so cool. He is. But yeah. I'd like to have the service dog. That is on my list. Uh, think that. I think that'd be very beneficial to me. You know, especially when my mom's not home. So I'm working on that. So we'll see how that goes.
We got some speculation in the chat as well. Matt was curious, going back to the you wanting to make sure Crashley doesn't cause the sailors to go to their death. He wants to know what makes sailors so fun for you. And Christopher decided to chime in and was answering for you, saying their peg leg.
Christopher! Every girl loves a sailor, Matt. I mean, come on. You just learned there, girl. I like sailors. They're cool. They're fun.
And Cindy has a point. To leave the sailors alone. It's them who bring the DPs to you guys from China.
That's right. See? Sailors are fun. They're fun to be around. I actually know some sailors. I like hanging out with the sailors. They tell some stories, that's for sure.
And he's saying at the rate that some diamond painters are going, we're going to need some of those containers to stay as well to hold the DPs we're getting.
This is very true. This is very true. I'm trying to contain myself. And I have been doing very well lately, I might add. It's hard that I have been containing myself. It's not easy.
Joanna's also letting the cat out of the bag when it comes to Crashley. Says every time she breaks a glass, she yells at Crashley and says she's doing it with her mind, and I'm entitled to believe her.
I can see that. I had no doubt about that at all. No doubt. Crashley. Crashley always causing all kinds of havoc. I love you, Joe. I love you. Don't change. I can handle this. I can handle a lot. A lot of people.
Linda agrees. She knows some as well. Eve is remembering a week in San Diego, 1974. I'm not entirely sure what that has to do with. I'm pretty sure it might have to do with a sailor.
Eve's gonna have to tell me that story. Look compared. Yep. I got a story myself. And that's the truth.
And Lee was a sailor.
Lee, behave. Behave.
Matt wants you to inform. He was asking a question of information from you. He says he's been told that he has a mouth like a sailor, and he's trying to figure out what that means.
That man. I'll talk to you. I have to agree. You do.
And
That's
Christopher says it could mean multiple things.
This is true. This is very true, Christopher, and it does. And I agree. He done now such a sailor, and I cannot either. he even wanted to. No, it just. I mean, they're fun. They don't care what they say. They just and they think about it. They've been all over the world. So I love to just sit and hear them talk and talk and talk.
And Eve confirmed, yes, sailors were involved on that fateful week back in the 1970s.
Okay, well, I might have a week that I got several days, but not at the same time.
You know, Tracy, she's like Sailor Moon. You know, Sailor Moon's a nice sailor too, right?
Exactly. Right. See, it doesn't. I didn't say what kind of sailor. You know, but they're all fun. All sailors are fun, and the military. So I always support the military. Always. And it's a Denny in the chat. Thank you for your service.
Crashley believes that speaking like a sailor means that you whisper sweet nothings to your lover.
This is true. This is very true. You know, they got all kinds of love language. I'm telling you, sailors are fun.
And now Matt's wondering if he should get checked for scurvy.
When did that idea? I was gonna do that tomorrow.
And the Cat is curious. Cat says, "Is that all that you know that you find fun about sailors? Talk and talk and talk. How many do you know?"
Cat, I really did know some. I do. Cat, you behave. You behave, girl. Don't you even? I know what you're. I'm not. I know what you're thinking. I know it. Yes, ma'am. Shake that head all you want. I know what you're thinking.
And Tracy's trying to keep the chat on the railroad tracks. She's wanting to paint a Sailor Moon.
I never had one. I never had a Sailor Moon. DAC had one that I actually bought one time and it got lost and I never got it. I mean, I just didn't order it back. I saw the plane, the UPS, and got my money back. But I never had a Sailor Moon. They're cute as a button, though. They really are. I never watched the show either.
Eve's going back to the sailor talk. It means you speak fluent Jersey.
Jersey? I did that. Yeah. I talked in Jersey before with the sailors.
And Linda's wanting to know if Cat's talking about pillow talk.
Cat being cat. And it's no cat. You know what that means. Cat trying to get me to say something, but I'm not going to say it on this live. I'm not stupid.
Tracy says she thinks the Sailor Moon you were talking about on DAC was a Chrysabug. I know there's a few artists out there that have Sailor Moon artwork.
It was a Chrysabug. I think she's the one standing on the moon, maybe? Maybe? It was a Chrysabug. I didn't know that. I just can't think of the name of it right off. Where am I
at? Matt says that sailors do often wear belts. It makes it difficult for them to show you the moon. And Eve says Jaded Gem Shop, she believes, has a Sailor Moon as well.
Yeah. I think I've seen one there, and that's a matte cheese. Just do
Lee's
you
wanting,
want it, buddy?
Lee's wanting to know if talk and talk and talk equals exercise for lips and tongue.
Oh, good God.
Lee,
That's too much.
no. Don't. No way. No.
JGS has lots of Sailor Moons.
Who does?
Jada Gym Shop.
Oh, yeah. I need to buy one. I liked her. I do. I like Sailor Moon. I don't know. Like I said, I've been trying to tame myself and not buy all of them. I want to buy them all. I want to buy them all. Do you guys want to do that? Buy everything coming out? Yeah, I do.
Oh my God. I found it.
Let's see. Do you guys ever look through your grill to 10 minutes before you find them? I do. And I swear, I think I might run out of numerous colors on the painting. It's Sandrino Designs. I don't know if I ever said that. My painting Sandrino Design. Now, first one that I'm doing, by the way. It's okay that it's a ram, so it's not a flare. I'd like to start getting back into the flares if I can. But I don't know. It can't be a big one. I do know that. Gotta be small. So we were I was supposed to actually go out and about on Monday. Didn't get a go because I live on a freaking escapade here. So I don't know when I'll get a go out, but when I do, I'm gonna hop in the Hobby Lobby and let's just see what they have. I may take you with me.
Is that your first streamer canvas that you're working on?
It is. It's not the very first one. It's not the first one I purchased, but it is the first one I'm working on. And did I see a question about a film? And if I did, I know who it came from. Another film that says,
I didn't see one. I'm sorry. Crash said she did find the canvas on DAC. You were talking about the Sailor Moon canvas. It's called Moon by Krista Bug.
yep, that's it.
She didn't even know it existed.
I love that one. Back then I could do flares easily. And I think it's a flare, so I'd have to pass on it if I saw it now. I'm actually only trying to get my unicorns. And I had gotten 2 or 3 in the last little bit. You do have one on the auction coming up Saturday that I actually want that I never found. So I may bid on that. It's
What one is it?
It's a Radiant Night, Kelly Fortin. I love that painting. And when I came on the DAC scene, it was already retired. So I never got it. And I never found it either. No, that's a lie. I did find it once on Macari's, and it was sold out by the time I went back. So I'm trying to keep it real, but I gotta keep it real. I gotta have deep dash.
Understandable.
I'll let you know.
Teresa wants to know, how many DPs do you have in your stash?
I'm estimating. guesstimating, I should say, about anywhere between 125 and 150, which is a lot for me. I'd like to get it down to 50 or 75, but you know how it is. The farmer got me, Dad. It did. So now I'm working on, looking through and seeing what I actually need, and will actually work on, and what I don't, I'd like to regift them or detach them. But a lot of mine around now, that I've gotten around, I'm giving away about, I only had that 5 players that I don't even know if anybody would want mine. Not many people, a lot of people to thirst players, and I did it. They're, I like them. I like them a lot. I just can't do them.
Understandable. Joanna says she's getting flying lessons for her birthday and can fly to you. So she wants me to tell you she's coming over.
Well, you can run on. That'd be amazing, Joanna. You let me know now. Did you? Oh, yeah, you had my address, didn't I? That'd be so fun. You just let me know. You, Ethan, Kathy came, and we had the very best time. I didn't get to take them out and about, but I think I still know how to have a good time, not take you out and about. So you do that, and I'll show you how it is to live in the southern Kentucky ways. And I think you'd enjoy it here. I did. Did a lot of fun.
Saw another comment here. I'm not seeing it in the list. They were wondering if you ever started your cozy cottage, I believe it was, or
Cozy Christmas.
yeah, cozy Christmas.
Tracy, that if it pains me to say this, I had to detach her. She was a deed player, and I wanted to go to GLE, and we all had an option that together, Berta and I, as you know, and I did detach her along with a couple of my other large ones at the Randall Spangler Halloween House to a Loving Home. So I hope whoever has her, I hope to see it someday, because it did pain me to sell it. But yeah, I didn't get a teacher. It didn't feel right to leave her in the closet, you know, with Chad, because he wouldn't do it.
Oh, Matt was curious. Are you gonna find it again? Sorry.
That's all right. Take your time.
Are you planning on talking more to Lisette about refreshing your stash?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. I think that I think that a lot of people are interested in that, and um, yeah, I got questions for her, and that's one. Not only that, just I'd love to know how she comes up with the project that she does. I'm not that creative, and I'm not that bold, and I want to know. She just inspired me. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to her about that, because I want to start. I want to start reversing my stash. I laid a couple out to start doing that, by the way. And yeah, I can't wait to talk to her again. I'm very excited. And
Um,
in fact, February the 19th, she'll be on my channel. But she's gonna be Nadia, and the tables are turned, and I'm gonna introduce her.
there you go. Allison Haas is in the house. It says sorry she's late, but what is your favorite artist, Tammy?
Hi, Allison. You're a little late. Thank you for coming. Read a song your daughter. Now, there, Tiger. Randall Tangler, Darren the daughter, Dakota. I love some majestic animals. Um, Delta did not top 4 or 5. I I do like Anto. I love the dragons. I don't own the dragons, believe it or not. I had one ordered at Art and Soul, and sadly that fell through, and I didn't get it. But yeah, those are the non top 5 on the nail that I had many of.
A lot of the comments are talking about how awesome Lisette is and amazing.
She is. She really is.
Matt
But
wants to
I
know if
love
Joanna's
her.
license will cover for her flying a hot air balloon.
Who said that? Wait, what? Repeat that.
Matt was asking Joanna if her license covers to let her fly a hot air balloon.
Yeah, I need a pilot. And that idea for a pilot sucked. So I vetoed it. So no, he wants a clown or a non-clown to fly. He didn't think. Now I'm looking for a hot air balloon pilot. Joanna, tell me you're a pilot. Come on. That'd be so fun. I wanna do that. That's on my bucket list. A hot air balloon and to go to Ireland would be amazing. Now, no, I can't fly a hot air balloon to Ireland, but wouldn't that be awesome?
That might take a while.
It might take a while, but hopefully guys we can do that in June. I'm working on that. We'll see. We'll see how it does.
Matt was talking about how your interview with Lisette was great, and it was cool to see. Will be cool to see it the other way around.
Oh,
And
thank you, Matt.
Joanna wants to know if you're ready for the Olympics.
Yes. I love the Winter Olympics. Yes. Love them. I love the Olympic period. That may be the only time that I watch TV nonstop, because I always had it on. And my favorite is, I like it all in the Olympics. I do, especially the winter. I think it's cool. I hate the cold and I hate the snow, but I love to watch Winter Olympics. That doesn't make sense to me. So I do. I'm ready.
Oh, Matt says clowns are good at ballooning. So do you think that should be an Olympic sport? Clowns ballooning.
Nope. 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 I told you that's insane. I detailed every idea he had when it comes to clown. No way. That'd be the only sport I would not watch.
Oh, come on. You wouldn't watch an Olympic sport of clowns ballooning?
Who would want to see that? No, I was crying, had nightmares, and I'd had my eyes closed the whole time. So, what's the point?
Well, how many clowns can fit in a hot air balloon, Tammy?
I wouldn't know, Kerwin.
Would it be like their little clown cars? I mean, would it be like normal, like maybe 4 or 5, or is it something like you'd watch a hot air balloon come down, one clown piloting it, and then all of a sudden like 20 come out?
Clowns are stupid. There's probably 100 in there, and then they'd all die because they'd all, like you said, crash and burn. But
But how can they be stupid if they're flying a hot air balloon?
they're not flying a hot air balloon. They're not. They probably shot it up with a rocket or something. They're down, Kerwin. They're not, and they're fairy. Every time they laugh, they're just creepy. I don't like seeing them, and I know this. and he wanted to ruin every bucket list I had by inserting a clown in there. I don't know what his problem is. He needs help.
He needs help. Maybe he can go to a clown psychiatrist. Eve loves the Olympics, and Joanna is so happy they open tomorrow. She can't wait. She says, "Bring on the skaters."
Right? Yes. Bring on the fighters. I'm ready. I am ready, and I can't wait. So fun. I used
Unless they're clowns on ice, right?
then I had to thumb break your neck. Or leg, not your neck.
Rude. Okay. You dialed it back a little bit.
Yeah, I said I cranked it.
So what you would be doing is you'd be watching and waiting for them to fall on their face and hear the little nose go, "Huh," as it hits the ice.
Yeah, that's how I would know they'd hit the eye of their nose. Because I'm not watching them, remember? That should be outlawed. Clown should be outlawed. Seriously. I then started the kitchen. Yep. Don't like them.
Don't like the clowns. Teresa's saying you're cracking her up. You're doing a great job in cracking her up.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Don't get me started on the clown film. Matt does. He loves it. I don't know. I'm beginning to think he's not the part clown, and I need to rethink some things.
So I got a question for you, Tammy. If you could do one Olympic sport, like not actually have to compete in the Olympics, but you could experience doing one of the sports or events they do in the Olympics, what would it be?
Ice skating. And not because it's a girly thing. I just think
I disagree with anybody who says ice skating's girly, because I have, for as long as I can remember, I've always seen guys ice skating too.
I know that where I'm from, they consider it girly. I don't. And I just think it'd be so cool to just be able to do that. First of all, you're flying on the ice. How freeing is that? The only drawback would be if I were ice skating, then I would have to go back to not being able to do that. So that would suck. But I would love to ice skate and to ski. I would love to ski. You know, Courtney, Diamond our real best friend, if someone could put her channel in, I would appreciate that. She does it. Her and her family are skiers, and she had videoed herself flying down the mountain, and then sending that to me, just so I could feel like I'm seeing, and it did work, and it felt amazing. So yeah, that's what I do: seeing and activating. I'm
Cool.
all about flying, remember, Sherwin? I like to go there.
Laura's in the house, Anxiety Art Adventure. She came in and started waving, and
Hi, Laura. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I know you're very busy, so I don't take that lightly. So thank you. How are you? How are you doing?
Cindy has said that her daughter will sign the petition against clowns as well.
All right. I'm done get started on that. I don't know who in the world thought about that, but wouldn't have done it that, yes, for sure.
Matt says, don't mark ice skating off your bucket list. With your chair, you may be able to do something to at least have some fun on the ice
This is true.
in the right circumstances.
That is true. That is true. And I would do that. I would. That would be awesome. A good idea, Matt. See, you do have good ideas. That is true. That'd be a lot of fun. It is. I'd like to experience that with my friends. That'd be so cool.
Of course, Kat has to come in and say Tammy plus wheelchair plus ice equals disaster.
Not necessarily. I can drive. I really can drive. Although I never driven on the ice. Well, no, that's a lie. I have. And it was a disaster. That it wasn't my fault. Shut up, Matt. Don't say it.
Laura says she loves you, but
Oh.
she's sick of the snow and ice, but doing okay, and is wondering if that is Kerwin that is narrating, that one weird guy on that Crash with Crashley channel.
That would be him. I decided that I'd like to put him in the spotlight and read no questions because, like I said, Laura, in the start, there's no way that I can read questions and Dante at the same time. I can't do it. I can barely talk on the phone Dante at the same time. Ask everybody. I'm bad at it. But it takes me so long to get a painting done. That's what my mom said today. Because I'm always on the phone or I'm always leaving a message or something. She told me today, she said, how can you talk so much? I said, I don't know, but I can.
Matt's giving a warning not to mention those windows around the rink, the ice rink.
Matt. As long as you're not thoughtless, there's no problem. Okay? You just go in there and make sure you like slap your finger across it or something to find on the ice.
And Eve says that she believes that there's probably special chairs that have skate runners on them. So, we could definitely have a blast with that. Tammy on the ice.
I would not doubt that. I can see that. Although I have to say, I would take my old chair because just in case disaster does happen with cats, I don't want to ruin my new chair. I love it, and it's new, and it's $75,000. So it's not like I did another one. I didn't pay for it, so just I don't want them taking that. But
thank you, Tracy and Laura. Tracy says I have an awesome voice, and Laura is saying it's so nice of me to voice the chat for you.
this is very true. He has an awesome voice.
There goes Kat again, imagining the worst of the worst on the ice with you, saying against one of those windows like a hockey player, your face getting smashed. And here comes Tams with a toothless smile.
Maybe I'll play hockey.
There you
That's
go.
A very, very, very unattractive picture of me, Kat. Why would you do that? Like I said, I know what you're thinking always, and then you want to make me toothless. How would that help me? Think about that. That you're right. I probably would.
Yep, Matt's already. I knew somebody's gonna say it when that was it. There's gonna have to be a community paper. Toothless Tammy on hockey in hockey get up.
See, he redeemed himself, and then he took himself right that down the hole. No,
hey, he didn't bring clowns into it.
I do not want a relief taker, a knee with a toothless head sitting beside a clown.
I agree with Laura in that we disagree. You would be an intimidating force on the ice, Tammy. You'd be chasing everyone around. You would be the one in charge.
This is true. This is true, Laura. She's a wild woman. Listen to her. This is true. I'm very dangerous.
I've seen you in your chair in person. You are not afraid of speed. You would have a blast, and you'd be chasing everybody. It'd be like trying to run from Tammy in a snowmobile.
I would, and I never missed my target. Never. Never missed my target, Cat. Never missed my target. So I never ever ran over anybody that didn't deserve it. And that's only because I didn't hit them like your leg hit them. I just tapped them because they were disrespecting me and Hannah. And I don't think to that.
No. Well, it's always an accident, right?
Exactly. Exactly. That wasn't that. Yes, that's true. Now you got me thinking.
Linda has one of those ice hockey sleds. And she
Really?
says they have those ice hockey sleds at the rinks. So you never know.
We might have to plan a new adventure to June. Let's see. I could do that. That'd be so fun. See, I'm all up for adventure. There's very little that I would say no to if I'm with the right person. And what I mean by that is I I need help. I need a lot of help, you know. So I'd have to be with someone that wouldn't mind to do that, you know.
Let's see here. Sorry, my computer glitched on me a little bit.
Okay. Take your time.
Eve said something about speaking of hockey, did anyone watch the HBO show Heated Rivalry?
Either telling me about that. No, not yet. Then I will definitely check it out. She was telling me a little bit about it. It sounded really interesting. Really, really interesting. I had never been to a hockey game, like not ever. I would love to. I live in Kentucky, so yeah, hockey would not anything here. And I'd love to. I think it looked very intense and very interesting.
Anna's with you as someone who uses a power chair frequently. Amen.
Yep, that's true.
Here, I got something for you, Tammy. Why don't you look at your screen?
Is it the, what is that?
That is a
Oh,
wheelchair on it. You get somebody pushes you, but it's on the little ski sled thing that you can.
that would be awesome. I would so be down for that in a heartbeat. Who's gonna push me on the ice? Raise your hand.
Anyone but
I'll-
Matt, right?
Anyone
And
to-
Cat's wanting to see you smash your face up against the glass. I don't know if Cat would be a logical choice to push you around ice.
She's a nurse, and she's wanting me to have horns in my face. I don't know about her qualifications here.
Well, she's a nurse. She doesn't work at a dental office. They're two different. They're treated differently. So.
But she's a nurse. She's supposed to tend to me and nurture me, and I know Matt's not gonna do that. He's gonna throw me out of it. So there's that.
You never know. Cat may have an investment in veneers, and she's just trying to get more people to buy them. I don't know.
This is very true. This is very true. But yes, I will start taking down names. Raise your hand if you'd like to put me on the ice.
Laura's the only name you have to write down. She summed it up perfectly. She'd be happy to push you as long as she can aim you at people.
So
top of the list.
Laura's not so sure. So, and she's a wild woman. So she and I could do a lot of damage together. Just saying.
Matt says he's quite comfortable on the ice.
I'll remember that, Matt.
Anna says it would be awesome and she would love to do that together. Maybe she goes, maybe we should go together. Sorry, I'm tripping on the words a little bit here.
That's okay. Like I said, that'd be so fun. That'd be something that'd be so fun to do with your friends, You'd never forget it, that's for sure. I wouldn't. That'd be amazing. And that's what friendship's all about, right? Making your dreams come true,
Eve wants to get Berta to push you.
Oh, heck no. No.
Well, then Kat says after peeling you off the glass, she'll fix you right up.
Kat, you were gonna do the very first one I mowed down on my ass. I'm here to tell you. Right there. You and that, and I'm done. Right
You
there.
hear that? You hear that anxiety? You hear that, Laura? Tammy's already making the list for you to aim at.
Yes. Laura, they're gonna hit Kat and that with that rhymes by the way. So we'll just hit them to dead or that's not me. They'll do the dead or because that DD is 9, so they'll probably be trying to figure out how to make your cracks and turns that nails. No dirt. You know, there's just some things you don't let Berta do.
Okay. Anna is a new subscriber. She found you through Lisette. And she's wondering, can you tell us more about your NMD journey over time?
I can. And if you'd like to know something specific, just, you know, ask it down there and cousin will let you know. But I was born with a neuromuscular disease. And to make that mom in short, basically, I gotta look, I gotta look at you guys to do this. My nerves did not develop properly, which means they don't know how to communicate with my muscles. So therefore, I had very weak muscles. And it's called a neuromuscular disease too because there had never been a diagnosis. I went at 6 months old and I had a muscle biopsy, and that was in 1977. And so there was no determination of what I had because everything they tested me for is negative. And because the advances in technology back in 77 was slim. And so I could have it done now, but it's very painful. And why do that? Just to find out the name of the disease because I'm still going to be in the chair. And so I just learned to be happy and live life to the fullest at this I can because I can be hateful and hate the world and I'm still in the chair. So what did that do? And I never really had any pain of any kind until I was 30. And that kind of surprised the doctor that I didn't have pain before then. And so I just learned to adapt. I was talking about this to a friend the other night. I told him, I said, you know, the world will never adapt to me. So I have to adapt to it. And I have. I have made so many choices. One being, again, I was telling him, I chose not to drive. I could have. When I was in college, the vocational rehab is all about independent. Thank you, Tracy. They're all about independent. You're right. I do. That's how I just. I owe a lot of that to my family and my friends who see me and not the chair, and that makes a very big difference on how you see yourself. And I'd like to think that I have a good head on my shoulders, meaning I know what I can do and what I can't do. And again, I was saying driving. They wanted me to drive, and they took me behind the wheel in Lexington and if anyone knows Lexington, they have more one-way street than anybody, I think. And I I did well. The guy beside me had controls, and he didn't use them much. And after we were done, he said, "How do you feel?" And I said, "Very anxious." And he thought, "Why?" I said, "That's not for me." And he said, "Yeah, it is. You just nervous." And so we went in, he sat down, and he got a computer, and he said, "You need a steering wheel really light." And he was right, and hand controllers on it. And I looked at him and I said, "No, because I don't have the reflexes to do that. And I would hurt myself and someone else, and then I couldn't live the life that I wanted." And so I chose not to do something I would love to be able to do, to get in the car and take off, that I had to do that. I didn't do that for myself. I did that for the other people that I was harm because I don't have the reflexes. But I made up for it in other ways. And so that's how I just learned to take something that I can't do and make it a positive. And that's how I live my life. And that's how I am struggling now with pain, a lot of pain. That I'm having a difficult time with that. I don't wanna think about I'm gonna have to slow down for good one day, and I see that day is approaching faster than I would have liked. I thought I had about 20, 30 years on me. I'm 48. But at this rate, I don't. And I'm having to come to terms with that. So, and that's why I do what I do. Thank you, Nancy. That's why I wanted to start this channel and interview people who are going through the same thing, whether they're a creator or a painter or anybody, because we all have our own story. And, people are inspired by me, I'm inspired by them. And I recently met Ryan, and and he I like talking to him. He did so, and very inspiring. So I hope that answered your question.
I believe it does. She's saying thank you so much for being so open about your journey. And she has cerebral palsy and saw a lot of similarities between you and her from the start. She's 31 and is with you on 99% of all of this.
Well, you know what? If you ever want to talk to me, just talk. If you ever need a friend, reach out to me. Don't be afraid to reach out to me because not to know I'll talk to anybody all day long. But
She will. She's got me doing narrations for her, so I'd say she will talk to anyone.
yeah, that's truth. That is truth. But and you know what? You inspire me because I can already tell that you've had to adapt to the world. And it's not easy when the world is against you 99% of the time. So I thank you for coming on here and introducing yourself. That means the world to me. And anything coming out of the Lizette interview is the amazingness of color that I have met. So thank you. And I'm very honored to talk to you. And if my story can help anybody, I'll shout it from the rooftop. That's what I'm here for. I finally found my purpose in life. I always wondered what it was. Took me 35 years, 36 years, I found it. So thank you.
Matt's saying there's
Becky.
lots of good souls out there. We just believe in laughter being the good medicine around here.
That is very true, Matt. That is very true. I can had the hardest days on this earth, and I talk to you guys, and you make me laugh, and I forget I was on my troubles. You're right. That's true. That's what we need.
And Marty Jackson says you're such a wonderful person, loves your channel, and loves listening to everything you talk about.
Well, thank you, Marty. I appreciate that. And that's 2 by 3, because I love to hear everything you guys say and do and talk about, and I'm very interested in it. And I, I've always led an active life. And what I mean to that is from the time I was in school, I always had friends. We always went out, even up until I was in college. And they would go bowling or they would go skating or they'd do whatever, and they'd invite me and I'd go, and I met someone through those journeys, and he said he was disabled and he in a chair his whole life, and he said he was gonna leave the party that night, and he said, "How can you be here and watch them go and you can't do it?" And I said, "Because it's not like they're luring me, they're talking to me, they're including me, and I didn't want to be alone." And it's the best way to deal with being lonely is to get out there, and no matter what they're doing, I was still included because they saw me and not a chair. And unfortunately, he saw life differently. But I didn't know his life. But, I don't see Stop did not another regularly. I just go and go and go, you know. So that's what I do. I I live life to the fullest as much as I can.
Like
That
Eve
you
says,
talk to
having
me.
like Eve says, having purpose is one of the most emotionally fulfilling things there is in life.
It is. And I got purpose now. I do. Other than my girls, they had been my life, and they still are. I talk to my girls every day, almost one of those, and they are my life, and I did from God. And then I met you guys, and my life is full. It is complete.
It looks like you're causing a lot of people's allergies to act up.
I'm
There's
sorry.
some tears, some crying, not crying. Anna said she sobbed through your interview. Just saying that she's not the only one fighting every day was the best thing, and she's so glad she found you. You guys just keep going until you can't.
But I'm so happy to meet you, and I would really love to talk to you more. Not as a creator wanting to find another interview. I want to talk to you as a friend, as a very good friend, and I think that we could help each other. So please reach out to me anytime.
Crashley says she did when we met you at the retreat, she didn't even really You don't notice a chair. You just hang out. They're all basically on the same level until she couldn't keep up with you as you fly down the halls looking for a beaver or something.
The dealer was dead. Within how long looking for a dead dealer? That was rude. Cat and Eve. Rude. That that's how I feel 90% of the time is people notice me and not the chair. And then you'll always find that one person who is just rude and not nice, and that's okay. I let them see me. I'm
Like I
like
said, I found it in no time.
I had literally said, "I'm here. I know you see me." You had to. And what'd you say? What'd
Mhm.
you say?
Who,
What'd
me?
you say? Yeah,
I'm drawing a blank off the head.
talking about my chair is what we've been talking about. Seeing these and the
Oh yeah.
dealer, the dead dealer, cat.
Cat.
Yeah, cat and these. They really had me believing that I was going to get the dead tribes. If I found the dealer, and then when I saw it and it was dead, I knew then, no, they're the tribes. Crazy nuts. But
Well,
yeah,
that chair. There was a lot of noise coming from that chair during that retreat. A lot of noise. I
that
say
was
it was coming from the chair, but I think it was coming from the occupant of the chair.
it was not coming up throat. You gave me a retaliation done. I thought you were on my side here.
I was on your side.
Okay, see, it wasn't my fault, and I knew the culprit. I just couldn't prove it, and now I know how she did it. So that's okay. I'll be watching out now. Yeah, I don't do that. That's not what I do. I don't believe in that. I don't let up that. I was talking to anybody upstairs, and I could have been talking to whoever, and all at once, just the worst sound you ever heard in your life comes out, and it non-stop. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate that. That's okay. I didn't retaliate. Remember, I told you your Christmas present. You did it again. Yep.
Hey, you Anna wants to know, are your links in your video descriptions?
They are.
Video
All of my
descriptions.
links are. Yes, they are. Um, I will, in fact, put in. I never remember to do that in live. That I will do that to this live. I'll put in all my descriptions and my link, and I will also give you my number if you would like. You know.
And Joanna says she has questions.
Yes, ma'am. That's the way.
It might have to do with the chair and the noises at the retreat, you know.
Oh, well, that would be Berta, Eve, Rich, Cat. I'm deciding if Crash and Curlin were in on it. I'm thinking maybe. Curlin's on my side. He gave me a retaliation thing, so he's not being the clear. The rest, I don't know. Crash and him still deciding about you.
Well, according to Crash, I was not in the clear. So I don't know, but I did get you a retaliation.
I still had that, by the way. Um, I see your comment, Matt. Yes, Robbie was very inspiring. Um, I also introduced Maria Esparza, and both of them, one of best introduced I think I've done as far as that type of interview because they had the attitude like I do. And they didn't fire me. I suggest you watch them and talk to them if you can.
Do you think we'll ever get a video of you doing getting away with a drive-by poot?
No. No.
Laura says you could easily get away with a drive-by poot.
I don't do that, Laura. I don't believe in that. Come on now.
And Crashley says in all caps, she did nothing. It was totally not her idea.
I believe you. I do believe you. I don't think you might have approved it, but you might have went along with it. I don't know. I didn't get very many that you were in on it. I told you it was dirty and rich. I'm not done. I'm not finished.
Kat says that you can be like an 80-year-old going around tooting without care. Tooting without a care.
So I don't toot. I'll toot my horn. I can toot that.
Oh, we know. We were at the retreat.
Yeah, my horn sounds like a little newborn bird. It's not getting much attention. Just yeah, I needed that near.
Carol, Happy Little Girls Carol's wanting to know if there's footage of this thunder, Tammy. You know, and Eve's like, yes, it's a reference to the nickname Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder. Eve and Kat had run a Dudney. I didn't know they were right a Dudney. And I was just, I never still, guys. If I'm in the chair, I never still. And I did just run around in circles in that room because I wanted out of that room. And Eve said she thought it was thunder. And then they realized that was me up there rolling around. So I get the nickname Rolling Thunder, and I think I'm going to get me a name for license plate to the chair that said Rolling Thunder. It's cool. It has headlights. It has no, it doesn't have that in there. It needs it. It has turn signals.
You're talking about adding accessories to your chair. Crash is probably going to end up getting you like a bumper sticker of a little, fart emoji.
Crash. I am going to turn to you because I need a license plate to that chair, and something tells me you did a very one to find it.
And Kat was brave. I mean, Eve says there's footage of you in your old chair at top speed with Kat riding on the back. And if what they were saying was true, that you were doing drive-by toots, Kat was pretty brave riding on the back of that chair.
Okay, I didn't toot, but I did stare at the Jesus out of her. Just saying. She wanted to ride, and she said, and I quote, "Fly. Don't go slow." And she screamed like a little girl the whole time. And I would not slow down, and I stopped right as I hit the wall. Well, I didn't hit the wall, but I stopped. I got good break. So what did I do? I'm devious, and I turned around and made it go the other way. It was fun. I like to go fast. I do.
Crash is calling you out a little bit. She said everyone just heard you say that your farts sound like baby birds and don't get attention. So that means you admit that you do indeed fart.
I said no horn. I did not say fart. Thank you. I said no horn. They do. No horn sounds like, oh. And they also made me go to the drive-thru at the bakery. So, yeah, that was something. I was hoping they'd get their head out. I was going to order some donuts, but they didn't. Lee, thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here. You and Lenore, take care. I'm sorry you had to leave. Um, we're not going to do too much longer. I said I wouldn't hold you hostage, but like I did, I can talk and talk.
And Anna agrees the horns on the chairs are pitiful. She's threatened to attach an air horn on hers.
If you figure out how to do that, let me know. There are a few people that I'd like to took my air horn at. Yeah, a few.
And we need to get you. We need to get you one of those old car horns. You know, when you squeeze it, goes "Arrgh."
I would love that. That is so cool. I mean, that night you cheered, and the so did they can do better with the horn. Just saying.
But you're talking about the horns. Matt talks. He says he plays the booty tuba mostly while sleeping. Joanna had to step out to take the pups out, so she says bye.
All right, Joanna. Thank you for coming. And Matt, I did not need to know that.
And well, Kat says you and Matt can make beautiful music together.
Cat.
She said beautiful, but I think it would be bootyful.
Don't even get me started on that thing that there. Yeah. Cat troubles. She's something else, Dad. I tell you.
Laura says that you need the Star Wars Death March song for your horn. I think the horn can be something else, but like we need to do something with her chair to where every time she starts moving forward, it just instantly plays that.
That would be awesome. That'd be cool. I love Star Wars. I'm down with that. Right
Just
there.
sitting there, and all of a sudden she starts moving forward. Dun 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 dun.
Yep. That means look out, world. Here I come. I like to make an entrance now. I do.
Kat's trying to say some stuff in chat that I don't believe is really true. She's saying that she did not know you were nuts.
She did not know what?
That you were nuts. I think she kind of knew you were a little nuts, but she's trying to claim that she didn't know that.
She knows that. She knows I'm nuts. She also knows that she knows what I'm gonna do to her. I'm after her right now. She and I are in a thing right now.
Francis Peacock is here, saying hi.
Oh, well, hi, Francis. How are you? How cold is it? And oh my God, do I want to know? She tells me her temperature, and I instantly turn into an icicle. Cold up there. It's very cold up there. I just got a notification that I got a new subscriber, so if they happen to be here, thank you. I appreciate that. I love Star Wars, so wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. Laura agrees. She's saying people would definitely get out of your way too. So Darth Tammy. There we go. Maybe we should. Could we smash it up a little bit? Maybe you could dress. You need a costume of Darth Helmet from Spaceballs, the giant helmet that Rick Moranis wore in Spaceballs.
I will do that.
The big giant helmet, but still have the Imperial Death March on your chair for whenever you're going forward.
That's true. Well, you're gonna have to make that happen at least just once. We're gonna make that happen. See, I'm making a list of things to let you guys do in Kentucky. Aren't you excited? But there.
And Pampered with Diamonds is headed out for the night.
Thank you, Nancy, for coming. I really appreciate it. A new Halloween costume. I will do that, Laura. But here's the thing, I can't remember anything, so you guys are gonna have to remind me. You know how I am. I'm crazy. But those
he says we could change it up every once in a while, put Ride of the Valkyries on there.
That'd be awesome. I'm down for that too. I like a good time, Dad. I'm down for a good time. Yep, I am.
Yep. Matt's saying we need to do a Darth Tammy release paper.
I would
For the May the
actually
4th
be on
event.
board for that. Yes. And May the 4th, yes, that is a new Don Penny event. Thank you, Nat, for putting that on there. I cannot wait for that event.
Francis did answer your question about how cold it is. They're only at -20 today, so not too bad.
Oh my God. That should be outlawed. It should. I don't know
You
how.
can't outlaw the weather. What are you going to arrest? The clouds? The wind?
It's just wrong. It's just wrong. That's too cold. That's too cold to live. That should be outlawed. I don't know how that you can control the weather. I heard that you can.
See, that's another release paper there. Tammy outside running around her chair with handcuffs, trying to handcuff clouds.
Don't think I wouldn't do it, dude. I get him down here and throw him the other way. Yes, that'd be awesome.
Standing out there reading snow piles, their Miranda rights.
I said, that's what I do. Curling fart to the outlaw. Sadly, I'm thinking the other way around. You know, just saying. Yeah, you dare me with your fart crash. That's all I'm gonna say. But you guys are awesome. I was so sorry to come tonight. I was, because I'm trying something new. Didn't know how to do. I didn't know if you guys liked it, but you seem to have liked it. If you did, let me know. I'm gonna make it happen from now on. And next time I will have a webcam so you'll actually see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna post a picture tonight when I'm done. I'm almost done with this section. And then I will let you see how far I am on the rolling start. Remember that Saturday the midnight had your progress in on the rolling start, and tomorrow night at 7 is Year the Horse, the first giveaway. So don't forget, mark your calendars. And on that note, I want to say thank you all for coming. It means the world to me. I know I keep saying that, but it does. You all had made a very hard 2 days happy. I don't feel so alone now. And I know I'm not alone, but when I had days like that, it kind of does. But I don't now. So thank you. Carolyn, thank you for being here. Kat, thank you for being here and helping out. I know I can do live by myself, but I really am not idea if I had someone with me. And it just makes me feel better. So if you guys like this type of interview live, let me know on my Facebook page. In the comment, that's this thing. In the comment, if you'd like to see me do this again, let me know. And it may not always be a Q&A. We could play a game. We can do anything. That I just kind of wanted to switch it up. Try something new. So let me know if you'd like to make it happen again, and I will definitely do that. But I want you guys to always remember to love yourself, love others, and most importantly, let others love you. And, when I say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, I'm moving through. I am. I mean, I just kind of touched on how I came to where I am today. But I don't mind telling the whole story if at any point you'd like me to do that. Because I too have a story. But you guys had a wonderful night. And if you need me or you want to talk, whatever, reach out to me. I'm always here. So I'll talk to you guys soon, and I'll see you in my next class in my next video. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.